welcome to another edition of Building Independence. And it's a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful night. And I'm eternally grateful to be breathing, to be breathing. Let that sink in. Something so precious, which is breath. Consider this. Somebody didn't wake up today. And there are people out there that are living for somebody else's dream. And they're living for somebody else's plan. And some people are going to close their eyes and produce their last breath while not knowing that they were living for somebody else's dream or plan. And what's sad about that is that we were not created to live for somebody else's dream or plan. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we can't work or that people shouldn't work. By all means, work is necessary. Work can be therapeutic depending on the workspace. Because if you have a healthy working environment, hey, for some people work is therapy. But if your workspace is toxic, well, that is definitely not going to have good side effects for your own person long term if you keep yourself immersed within that toxic environment. And if you find yourself within a toxic environment, it doesn't matter what that environment is, right? It could be a household. Doesn't have to be a workspace. It could be a household. It could be your actual place of where you reside. It could be a country. It could be an island. Sometimes you need to get out of that space and into a new space. Not to say that there isn't any toxicity within that space. However, in relation to the frequency to which you'll be vibrating once you come out of that toxic environment and land in a new space, you have the opportunity to attune yourself to the positive vibrations within the new space, so that your body can begin to heal itself from within, right? So what am I saying? How does that relate to the topic at hand? Well, our current monetary system that we have grew up with has reached a level of toxicity that it has some negative ramifications for the majority of the population, no matter where you are, because the monetary system is set up like a pyramid, and depending on where you are at the pyramid in terms of structure, in terms of how much you are earning, and not just how much you are earning, but match that against where you are in terms of your expenses. If your expenses can outpace inflation, then you'll be doing all right anywhere. But if your expenses are not, then, you know, it could be very difficult to keep up with a healthy way of life. If goods and services continue to increase year over year, but one's paycheck doesn't increase year over year to keep up with that. So now we are reaching a level, like I said, of financial toxicity where it is steadily creeping up into the upper lower of the pyramid. Yeah, it's starting to creep in to that jurisdiction, to those people. They're starting to feel that pinch, right? And I'm here to ring the alarm, ring the bells that there is another option. There is another choice to the current financial system, and that option is Bitcoin. So just like what I was saying before, if you find yourself in a toxic space, a toxic environment, coming out of the traditional financial system and placing yourself within a new space, a new financial space, let's call it the crypto sphere, yes? And guess what? The reason why I call it the crypto sphere is because I don't want to put it out there that that what's going on in crypto, including Bitcoin, is all perfect. Because there are some toxic things, right? There are some toxic things within the space. However, if you have knowledge and you understand the language, right? If you understand the language of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and you have at least 5 years worth of knowledge, where you know that you've been studying and learning, educating yourself about the crypto space and Bitcoin and what's the difference, right? Then you can stay away from the toxic programs very easily, and you can stay with or attune yourself to the positive side of the crypto space, which is acquiring satoshis and holding on to them, or stacking them, or mining them, however you want to do it. But you want to get the Bitcoin, you want to get satoshis, you want to be stacking your satoshis. And in doing this activity, along with educating yourself about the space, you will experience positive effects and ramifications from within yourself. The only way that gets proven is if you do it, right? And if you don't know how to do it, I'm here to help. This is where being a digital AI consultant comes into play. So As this space continues to grow, I'm growing with it because AI is the future. Bitcoin is the future. If you know how to bring people up to speed in a short term so that you can assist them to navigate the pitfalls within the space, which is what is going to be required. That is going to be the new, the future of, let's say, recession-proof business moving forward. Because every generation is going to need some form of personnel, some person to help them explain what's going on. And the question is, are you going to be that person? Because right now it's wide open, right? People are trying to figure it out as we speak. People are trying to figure things out in the space as we speak. People are trying to come up with titles as we speak. This is how early we are in the space. You know? I heard someone tell somebody one time, hey, I hope you bought some AI stock. And I just said to myself, wow, that individual has no idea that at this point, right here and right now, they could be the stock. Yeah. I know that's going to be too deep for some people. But what can I say? We're already 20,000 leads. And that's just the standard. So if you don't know what I mean by that, it only proves why a digital consultant would behoove you. But anywho, I still want to encourage people to keep stacking them sats, because when one Satoshi equals $1, it'll be a whole new world. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I know you could have been anywhere tonight on this wonderful Friday, but you're tuning in to this channel. Keep stacking them sets, keep boosting your finance with the BitBooster, and big things are happening with the BitHarvest space. You don't know? Then you don't know. But big things are happening. BitHarvest ain't going nowhere. You see, I don't even talk about BitHarvest like that. It's just I don't even talk about BitHarvest like that. It doesn't even make sense. Because like I said, we're at the point where it's either you know or you don't know. You're going to have to ask. You're going to have to ask in the future. And it's going to be the knowledge, those who have the knowledge as to what's what. Because it's going to be more toxicity coming. Look out for the fake sets. There's going to be more crypto portals going to be opening, trying to disguise themselves as a Bitcoin wallet. And people will be thinking that they're getting sats off an exchange, and it's a fake token or a fake coin. That's going to be coming. That's going to be coming. I'm glad that I have positioned myself where I don't have to worry about that, right? That's one of the benefits of being involved with BitHarvest, because you know you're getting satoshis, and you could just set it and forget it. Exchange your money into an income producing asset. Exchange your declining fiat dollars, $100 at a time, and we just continue to acquire income producing assets, which is the BitBooster, because it mines satoshis. So that's all I want to share for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Bless up.